Welcome to my YouTube. Today we're going to do the daisy chain necklace. This is how we assemble it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Right, what you need to do is make 11 flowers. I have made 5 glitter with the glitter on it and 6 with the plain silver. In the center I've put some diamantes in. To make the flowers, watch my video on 5 top tips on making nail polish flowers. I'll put a link at the end of the video. Before getting started, with the flower daisies that you have done, put a little bit of extra nail polish because you are going to be moving them a lot and it just gives them a little bit of extra strength. Use clear nail polish to put the diamantes on in the center. So put a dab of, quite a big dab of clear nail polish. Use your tweezers and put your diamantes on. Now put aside to dry. If you find that you damage some while you're making it, don't panic. All you have to do is just put another bit of nail polish on and leave it to dry. I'm using 0.8mm copper wire in the US 20 gauge. First we're going to do the top catch. With your round nose pliers, put the wire right at the end, just where the widest part of the round nose plier is. Leave about a 2 centimeter tail. With the tail, wrap it around the wire. If you notice, it's still connected to the roll. Now what we're doing is, it's not going to be a complete circle, it is like a teardrop. Once it's wrapped round, flatten it nice and neatly so that the end is all tucked in so there's no sharp bit. I've wrapped around about twice. Now get your round nose pliers. If you've noticed, I've marked where I want the size of my loops to be all the way through my project. Besides that one big loop, most of the time you're going to be using your markings. Now wrap it around. And if you notice, I'm wrapping around the other bit of the wire that I've wrapped round. That was a bit of a tongue tire. Now cut the wire as close as you can without cutting off the other wires. Use your thin nose pliers to push down. These thin nose pliers are very, very handy to have. I will put a link below where I got mine. Now straighten them out using your nylon pliers and make sure that there is no sharp ends and that the two pieces are level. The nylon pliers are very handy to have because you don't want to scratch any of your wire, and if you use metal against metal you'll start getting little dings in it, and that's when you get the scratches. What you must do with the nylon pliers is just squeeze the metal. As you can see here, what I'm doing is squeezing it. It just slightly hardens it as well. Now keep this aside because this is going to be your catch. Well, it's part of your catch. With your wire, go right to the tip. Use the tip of the wire and wrap it around. If you notice, I've got it literally touching the other part of the wire. Then kink it back so that you've got it dead straight. Can you see? Now with your nylon pliers, do a 90-degree turn, as you can see. Now get your round nose pliers again and twist it. So you've got one loop going one way and one loop going the other way. Now get your cutters and cut as close as you can. With your nylon pliers, just press them so nice so the loops are tight and everything is neat and there's no sharp ends. Again, just squeeze with the pliers because it makes the wire a little bit harder. Now make 14 of those. These are part of the chain. To make the flat, get your wire, go onto the tip, turn it, remember your markings, and then take it out, then go the opposite direction, so you're making a figure of 8. Cut as close as you can. Now use your plastic nylon pliers, flatten it, making and squeeze it. It just firms the wire a bit, and just feel for any sharp bits. Do 14. To make the daisy, start the wire just on the tip, turn it around so it meets nicely. Can you see, like that? Now put your pliers again where you've marked and twist the wire around. Take your pliers out again, right on the side of that one, twist again around so it's like outside. Then put your wire underneath. When you're twisting, make sure it's underneath. Take your wire pliers out again and twist. This one's the hardest one to do, but twist it all the way round. Make sure that the wires are parallel. Cut as close as you can. Now just straighten them out. Notice I put like the round nose pliers in, adjust where I need to. Then use your nylon pliers to push them all together. If you notice, I'm sort of straightening it out if I need to squeeze it. But use your nylon pliers. Do not use metal pliers on this one. It's quite crucial that you don't. Again, squeeze it and put it all the way into the pliers and give it a real good squeeze. This is to just tighten, make the wire a little bit harder. If you notice, I'm just squeezing it. Now make 14 of those. This again is part of your chain. Cut around 5-6 centimeters. This is to make the catch. Make sure when you're using the cutter that you use the flat side. If you notice, I'm just taking the tip off the end there and a tip off the other end with the flat side of the cutters. Now either use a nail file or sandpaper and just get the ends, any sharp bit of the end of the wire, just so that it just smoothens it off a little bit so you've got no sharp end. Now straighten the wire with your nylon pliers. Roughly 2 centimeters. The tip of your round nose pliers, bend the wire down. Then right at the end, bend it again in towards the other wire, as you can see what I'm doing there. Then you round it around the other wire, nice and gently. Don't use your cutter like I've tried to there. Use your thin nose pliers. Finish bending the wire around so it's nice and tight. Tightening and no sharp ends. Remember, this is the catch and it will be on your neck. Get either a pen or the biggest part of your round nose pliers and bend it slowly around. And then at the bottom put a kink in it. About 1 centimetre down, twirl it around, gonna go right round, twisting, working it round so that the end comes to the, so it's like a nappy pin. Bend over the tip of the wire right at the end, just a little bit, not much, just tip it over, bend it and flatten it. That just stops the sharp end catching on the back of the neck. Once you've finished, put it aside. Start pairing the flowers up. That one is 4 centimeters. That one's 3. That one's 3. So I'm putting those 3 to a side, leaving that one. Then I've got that one is about the same size as that one, and then I've got a 3. So I need one long one. So I'm going to cut that one down to 3. The reason we are pairing them is so that we've got one for each side. Then we've got one centerpiece. So we've done the glitter ones. Now we're doing the normal ones, just the plain silver. We're going to do exactly the same. Measure them. Check the sizes. And they should all be round about the same size. If they're not, just level them so that they are all the same. So they're all about 4 centimeters. Take your centerpiece, which is going to be your glittery silver one. Put a loop halfway down the stem. Then put a loop up at the top. Make sure that you've got enough to twist around. So use your flat nose pliers just to help you twist it. Now make sure there is no sharp wires, so make sure that they are definitely tightened in. Now thread your plain silver through the bottom loop, but make sure there is no wires catching at all. They're nice and tight, tightly neat. Now thread that one through. Now you might have to whittle your flowers around a bit. Put a bit of a kink. If you notice, I'm bending it back and kinking it so that they lie pretty flat. Get your round nose pliers and the daisy that you've just threaded in, put a loop around. Tail should be about 1 centimetre. Use your flat nose pliers to twist them around, and so they're nice and neat and tidy. Make sure that there is no sharp ends. Get your next silver and thread it through the loop of the first one on the top loop. Now this is a little bit fiddly. Try and get them to lie flat. Once you've got it in a good position, again pull your wire, flick it over around about 1 centimetre and twist it around. And again use your round nose pliers to get it to sit nice and flat. Lie the loop flat in level with the flower. If you see there, the first 3 are quite fiddly. After this, they're not so fiddly. Once you've got it in a rough shape that you want it, get your glitter daisy, slip it through. Remember to bend the daisy so it's lying flat and level with the wire, parallel. Now it's like a daisy chain, so you must keep it all going the one direction. Do exactly the same, twist it round about 1 centimeter, turn it and use your pliers. Now get your next glitter and go on to the opposite side. Do exactly the same. I'm just tightening the little bit up on that one. The wire was splitting a bit. Remember to bend the flower, but before you do the circle, remember to thread it through, because you're doing like a daisy chain. So thread it through, turn it over, again 1 centimeter, twist it around, use your flat nose pliers again, and just so that there is no sharp ends. Keep on going, one on one side, one on the other side, till you come to the end. Remember to alternate, 1 silver and then 1 glitter. Now to join the chain, your figure of 8 loop, loop it through your daisy and push it back. Never pull your wire, twist. Get your twisted loop, loop that one to your flat link, close it, making sure no sharp edges are shining. Now go to the other side, open it and get your daisy. Go to your desired length. I've used 7 on each side, but keep on going. Get your daisy. So what it is daisy, flat link, then twisted. That one I put a flat in, so I've just twisted it. Now put a flat link in, flat link, and then your daisy. Continue till you get to your desired length. Now put your catch. What you do is you put the tiny loop in and then your big loop. Now for your nappy pin, let's call it your nappy pin. Open your loop, your figure of 8, join it, and then join the other side to your daisy. And there we are. That is your necklace done. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe and like, and if you have any problems, put a comment down below. I'm always here to help.